Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Now, usual disclaimer at the beginning of this video, I am driving. No shit, Caroline. I'm driving. So I won't be looking at the camera very much. Obviously, the most important thing is I don't kill anybody else or myself. So forgive me for the lack of eye contact, but I quite enjoy filming while I'm driving. It's sort of, particularly this type of video, because it's more sort of informal and I think better when I'm driving somehow. Don't know why. Does anybody else have that? Anyway, it's Wednesday. It's raining again. We'll come to that. And I thought it was about time to do a bit of a chatty life update video and talk to you about how stuff's going. I wanted to update you on my health and fitness goal that I talked about, I think it was at the beginning of April for the second quarter of the year, and I wanted to talk to you a bit about my eBay challenge to grow my listings and whatever else comes up in the process of that, really. So that's the plan for today's video. What I'm going to do is leave the eBay stuff to the end, because I know that some of you don't watch my eBay stuff, so you can switch off if you're not interested in that when I get to that bit. You can switch up now if you're not interested, if you like. I don't mind, I won't be offended. Anyway, so it's summer, isn't it? It's mid-June. We've just passed the summer solstice, the longest day, and my God, the weather has been just dismal, hasn't it? It's less than 3 weeks. It's 2 weeks on Friday till we go on holiday, and I literally can't wait to see some blue skies, some sunshine, and get some vitamin D in my body. It lowers my mood when it's like this. I find it difficult to get motivated. I find it, especially at the time of year, I don't mind as much in winter, but at the time of year when it's meant to be nice weather, it's just, I don't know if it's been the same everywhere in the country. I think it has pretty much, but it's just been awful. Don't think we've had an hour of sunshine in a row for weeks. I can't remember the last time it was warm enough to sit outside in the sunshine. But anyway, enough moaning about the weather. I think it's fair to say the weather is awful. Let's talk about my health and fitness goal. I made a video back at the beginning of April talking about how I wanted to lose weight and was going to concentrate on healthy living and all of that wellness type stuff. That was going to be my goal. Now, I had sort of this thought of my cruise in December, going to New York and coming back on the Queen Mary 2, for those who don't know. That was sort of in the back of my mind. I wanted to wear dresses and feel nice and just all that good stuff. You can see, you know, because I haven't talked about it much, it hasn't been a success. If I knew why it hadn't been, believe me, I would tell you. I would have a good week, and then a bad week, then an okay week, and then I'd struggle to get back onto the bandwagon, and we'd decide off the cuff to go out one night, and then I think, well, I've ruined this week, and my head is just not in the right place. I can't. 90% of weight loss, I am absolutely convinced, I know, is inside your head. It really is. And for some reason my head is just not in the right place, and I'm not using that as an excuse. Maybe I've just got no willpower and I'm rubbish at it, but it has been a failure, and I don't know what to tell you. If I think about it too much, I get myself into an absolute spiral of despair and hating myself, and that's no good for anyone, is it? That's just not a good place to be in. So yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I'm really at a loss to tell you, for what to tell you. If anybody's got any tips, any miraculous tips on how I'm going to drop 3 stone in the next 2 weeks before I go to Corfu on an all-inclusive holiday for a fortnight, let me know in the comments. Other than cut off a leg, because that's probably the only one. yeah, as I say, if I think too much about it, I end up in this spiral of self-loathing and despair, really. So I'm just not thinking too much about it. But I do think that I need a new plan. I think Slimming World is perhaps, when I'm on Slimming World, it works really well for me. But maybe I just need a new plan. Maybe I need to do something different. I mean, I don't think there's a single diet that I've ever not tried. It's sticking to the bloody diets that's the problem. I think they all work. It's maybe I need some sort of lobotomy type thing in my brain. I don't know. Shame they can't put a gastric band in your brain, isn't it? Also, I'm not going to have surgery. Absolutely not going to have surgery ever. I don't want a gastric band. Don't want a gastric bypass. Don't want any of that stuff. So that is absolutely off the cards. Although, never say never. But yeah, unfortunately that has been a fail. I wish I had better news for you on that front. I really do, but I don't. So what I will say on the plus side is that meal-wise, we've been eating more healthily. I've definitely been thinking more about my meals, and we have been, particularly since William's been home as well, I've been cooking healthier meals, and yeah, I've eaten good breakfast smoothies and all that sort of thing, but just not it's all the other peripheral crisps and alcohol and all that stuff, and cheese and all of that really is my downfall. Anyway, let's put a line under that. Let's draw a line under that and move on, shall we? So, life-wise, we have been busy. It's been a busy old month, partly because of my eBay challenge, or busy old few months, really. The office, I've got to update you on the office, haven't I? The office is coming on well. It started off, there was, when the builder first arrived, it turned out we had wet rot, and I think I showed you in a video or on an Instagram story possibly, that we had to have a whole section of the actual wall. We had a hole in the side of the house taken out and replaced, so that put the building work back, and the wiring all had to be redone. The wiring was all completely, when it had originally been done, it hadn't been done in the way it should have been, let's say that, so the whole rooms had to be rewired, and then everything had to be replastered because of the building work, so that again took more time. However, it is now pretty much decorated. The electrics are pretty much done. We still have to choose a carpet. I think Ashley and I are going to try and do that tomorrow afternoon, go and get a carpet. That's the plan anyway. And my new desk arrived yesterday, but unfortunately only half my desk arrived. There was a mess up with the delivery. The courier arrived with one box, not a big size box, not big enough to put a large L-shaped desk in, and it turned out only to be one box, which annoyed me particularly because I'd seen on the tracking there was only one of the two boxes, and I'd emailed them when they told me when they were coming and said, just to double check, you have got both bits of my both boxes of my desk, haven't you? Because I don't want half a desk. Anyway, they turned up with half a desk. I refused to take delivery of it, but I got onto the company I ordered it from, which was Wayfair, and I thought I was going to have a big problem with them because they weren't particularly helpful or apologetic, but in actual fact I eventually spoke to somebody in their management team who was extremely helpful, and another desk has been dispatched and should be with me sometime next week, so that's good. I also ordered, I had lots of comments in my Matalan video. If you haven't seen that, I will link it up there. Lots of comments about the copper lamp that I was very taken with, and I said I'd really like that for my office. I've ordered it, so looking forward to that arriving, so that's quite exciting. And I will do an office tour for you obviously when it's finished, but I don't know when it will be finished. I'm not going to say it will be finished before we go on holiday, because it jolly well might not be, and I don't want to get my own hopes up, let alone anybody else's. So, but I will do an office tour, and it's looking fab. The wallpaper I've chosen is amazing. I didn't go with the pineapple wallpaper that I showed you. I went with something completely different in the end for the feature wall, and I'm very, very pleased with it. So that's good. Will's home for the holidays. He's got a job interview stroke induction for some agency work in a local factory this morning, so I'm hoping that's going to go well, because he's pretty short of money because his weekly allowance has been cut off by his evil mother, because he's at home for the summer holidays now, so he has to go and get a job. Anyway, it's nice to have him home in some ways, although he's very messy and very teenagery still, and so we're all getting used to living in the same space together again. Good job we've got a big house, that's all I can say. If I look a little dishevelled, it's because I've been out in the rain since I filmed the bit before, done my shopping, and I'm now back with you to film this bit. So I think we covered everything in the previous bit apart from eBay. However, first of all, I wanted to say I'm thinking of doing an open Q&A video, questions on any subject, so if I get enough questions. So if you have any questions about anything, you can ask me personal stuff as well. I'll answer as openly as I want to. But yeah, any questions, drop them in the comments below for me, or message me on Instagram. Link is below in the description box. So there's that. I thought I might do that while I was away. And yeah, there was something else I was going to say as well, and I can't think what it was. What else was I going to say? Questions for Q&A video, and no, it's completely gone. So I'm going to move on to the eBay part now. So if anybody wants to switch off, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And for those of you who are staying, you will remember that at the beginning of June I set myself a challenge to increase my listings, my currently listed stock, to 1,100 listings. We are now, as I film this, on the 19th, I think it is today, of June, and I am on track with this, I'm pleased to say. I started tracking my number of listings on the 22nd of May, at which point I was on 978, and yesterday I was on 1,070, so I am getting that. I'm putting regular updates on Instagram, so you might have seen some on there about how I'm doing. And the way I'm doing it is listing every day 3 more than I sell the day before. Although I'm on track, I feel like this challenge is literally killing me. I don't keep hordes of unlisted stock, so I'm having to source more often than I normally would. And I have listed every single day since the 22nd of May, apart from one. So effectively I've been working every single day. I've had one day off, and even on that day I did packaging. Not absolutely no way saying poor me, poor me. I set myself the challenge and I wanted to do it, but it's reminded me how very hard it is to increase your number of listings. I don't think I've had the most successful month ever, but it's certainly been more consistent this last month since I've been listing every day, which is good. Not that it wasn't before. Yeah, financially it's not been my best month in terms of turnover, but certainly the sales are coming in, touch wood. Let's hope they continue to. I haven't sold anything today so far. So yeah, I feel like it's breaking me apart slowly. That it's bloody hard work to increase my listings, and when I started this I thought I probably wanted to increase to around 1,500 listings. I think I said that in the video. Eventually, that wasn't my plan for this month. Obviously I just wanted to get it up to 1,100, which was effectively 100 in a month, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're selling, I sell between 8 and 12 most days, so that is a consistent listing number over 10 most days, 7 days a week, which I know for some people isn't loads, but it feels like quite a lot for me. Some days I sell more than that. Very occasionally, I think a couple of times since I started this, I've sold slightly less than that. Maybe four or five times, maybe. I don't know. I haven't kept a note. I have just been keeping a note of my currently listed number. But yeah, it's been hard work, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not sure I've got it in me to consistently list up to 1,500 when my sales are at this level number wise. I can't. My dilemma is I buy the stock that I can get. Yes, ideally, in an ideal world, we'd all like to be selling £40 items. Every single item we sell to be a £40 item, to sell less of them, and, you know, to make the same amount of money. That would be ideal. There would be far less work involved. However, here in South Devon, I can't source endless amounts of £40 items. That's the fact of the matter. So I have to source what I can find, and when you're sourcing in bulk, as I have been consistently and a lot, and not actually in bulk this month, it's brought home to me that there's not always, I can always find things, but they're not always going to be the type of stuff that I would ideally like to sell. So there's the sourcing part of it as well. And then of course, as you increase your numbers, as I think I have quite a high sell-through rate, which is good, I'm pleased about that, and I'm happy with my profit margin. But I feel like it's, as the numbers increase, you're going to be selling exponentially more, and in order to increase those numbers more, it's going to be harder and harder work, isn't it? It's like running faster and faster on the hamster wheel sort of thing. And although presumably at that point the profit margin will be more because there will be more listed, so it should be, not the profit margin, but the overall profit, sorry, should be more because there will be more listed. Do I want to, you know, I'm very motivated by money. Money does motivate me massively, I'm not going to lie. Not money in and of itself, but the freedom that money buys me to have the experiences and travel and do the things that I want to do. So yeah, I am very motivated by money. That is what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis. Sorry, that's the wrong expression. That's what keeps me motivated on a day-to-day basis to work as hard as I do. But I'm not sure I can see myself getting up to that 1,500 listings. I'm not sure about it. So my challenge is being successful. It's bloody hard work, and it's making me doubt the potential goal that I was thinking of setting myself to get to 1,500 listings, if that makes sense. And then of course once you get there, you have to keep yourself there, which makes it, you know, I don't know, I don't have any help. I don't want to employ someone else. I'm not interested in doing that. I don't much like people. No, that's not actually true, but I don't want the responsibility of someone else. I'm very much a control freak. I like things done my own way. I just can't see an area that in which I would be prepared to let go enough that I feel would be done to the level that I require it to be done. So that's not going to appeal to me. So I need to sort of figure out what I want to do about it all, really. Bulk sourcing is one answer, like I did with the BHS haul, but those opportunities don't come along. I've already mentioned, I think, that I've turned one such opportunity down this year because my gut told me it didn't fit with what I was wanting to do. And those opportunities don't come along every 5 minutes. So also, the thing that we all love about this job is going out and sourcing and finding the stuff, isn't it? And, you know, getting excited about going to the charity shop or the car boot sale and what am I going to find today, and finding a little treasure. And the bulk sourcing is great. You know, the British Home Stores stuff was great in terms of upping my game and putting me at a level I wanted to be at, but I would absolutely do it again, but it didn't make my heart go pitter patter with excitement listing 1,000 black plus size bras and, you know, some random t-shirts and men's jeans, British Home Stores labels. It had its place, but it wouldn't be something that I would want to do full time, because this is, as well as being a business, this is very much a lifestyle choice, isn't it? And you have to enjoy it to want to do it. I never want to go back to, although I've enjoyed every job I've done, and I've left them before I've hated them. Never stayed in a job I haven't liked. I've gone out and found something else. I don't ever want to be in a position that I'm sitting doing something that I don't particularly want to do and I'm not getting any enjoyment out of. We're not getting any younger, are we? And the older you get, the more you realise that time is fleeting and time is passing by so bloody quickly, and every day could be our last. That's Caroline's wisdom for today. Anyway, I have waffled enough. I think I'm nearly home. And I have a Cellar Ladies coffee morning to attend shortly. Just a quick note at the end. I've just remembered what it was that I wanted to say earlier that I thought I couldn't remember. Just about my YouTube channel going forward, really. I'm going to stick for the moment to the Sunday upload, so there will be one video every Sunday without fail. That will be what I do. There may occasionally be other videos. In fact, there will be this week, so I've got 2 more to film, so this will probably be going up ad hoc in the middle of the week once I get a chance to edit it. But yeah, I'm only committing to 1 video a week at the moment, but the reality is there will probably be some more. I'll film some bits and pieces on holiday. There'll be a holiday vlog, and I'm going to do an outfits of the evening, and I might have a little Simply Be plus size shopping haul coming up, because I've got a parcel in my house which I need to go through and try on. So yeah, having said there'll only be Sunday videos, there'll probably be 2 videos a week, more likely. I don't know what I'm talking about, do I? Right, that is it for this one. Again, if you've got any questions, eBay questions is fine for my Q&A, leave them in the comments, and thank you very much for watching. I want to stop for a minute so I can look at the camera while I do my outro. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and let's hope the weather improves. See you soon, guys. Bye bye.
Lost again, going back around, dreaming of a time when I get things right. Lost in the shadows of a